A Brisbane-based makeup artist doesn't only love vampires, she is one. What is going down? My name is Charlotte. This is Inform Overload, your one-stop shop for trending news, weird facts, and strange stories. If this is your first time here, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down there. So before we get into this video, I want to know, have you guys ever drank blood? Okay, what about your own blood? Did you like it? Let me know in the comments down below. Alright, without further delay, I'm going to introduce you to Georgina Condon, a 39-year-old self-proclaimed vampire from Australia. Georgina likes to drink the blood of willing volunteers. She calls these people donors. She's been practicing vampirism for over 20 years. She's also one of the only practicing vampires in Australia that we know of. So I know what you're thinking, why would she want to be a vampire? Okay, I get that we like to watch fictional vampires on TV, and I get that vampires come off kind of low-key sexy, but would you actually want to be one? Okay, well, here's what Georgina said. Like everyone else, I had more than my fair share of cuts and grazes while growing up, but she developed a strong impulse to taste the blood from her wounds. She never really understood why she liked drinking blood, until she started to see vampires on TV and in movies. She then realized what she was, a vampire. From then on, she tried to make herself look like the characters she saw on TV. She used talcum powder to make her face more pale, and she used her mom's dark eyeshadow under her eyes. BT dubs, do not use talcum powder to lighten your face. That shit has been known to cause cancer. Just so you know, in case any of you want to go looking like vampires, use something else. Looking like a vampire wasn't enough for Georgina though. She wanted to be one too. She began cutting herself as a way to get her blood fix. She said that initially she would only drink her own blood, but everything changed when she was 17. Georgina would hang around the local cemetery with other goths who were the same age as her. One night, they were all hanging out and drinking, and they started to talk about drinking blood. Then one of the girls offered her a taste of her blood. Georgina was down not only because this girl was so willing, but also because she was a virgin. Not for any weird vampire reason, just for the reason that you can get HIV by drinking infected blood. She tasted it and knew immediately that she liked it. Georgina even said that she got a high from it. She got older, and apparently it wasn't too hard for her to find dudes who were into the idea of someone drinking their blood. She eventually found a boyfriend named Emil at an event called the Bloodlust Ball, whom she's been dating for 3 years. When she told him that she was a vampire, he wasn't necessarily down with it because, let's face it, it's a bit weird. But eventually, out of love, he started to allow Georgina to drink from him on the regs, even though he doesn't really like it. It's kind of like having a sexual partner that's into some weird things, but you do them because they like it and you like them. Okay, maybe it's not the same thing, but it's cute, right? In its own weird way. She drinks from him every 2 weeks because he gets squeamish, but she says that she would drink from him every day if she could. According to Georgina, she suffers from a disorder called thalassemia. It means that her white blood cells dominate her red cells, which can lead to anemia and a lack of iron. Drinking blood is kind of like getting an extra iron fix, which explains the high. It's like a burst of energy. So why wouldn't she get her fix from someone else if she needs to drink blood? Well, Georgina would never drink from another person because it would be like cheating. Aww, that's really cute. One thing I also thought I would mention is that she's also allergic to sunlight. She suffers from a condition called solar dermatitis. She gets rashes from being in the sun too much, which is pretty funny because vampires can't be in sunlight either. The fictional vampires, I mean. She's a real one. So I know you guys are probably thinking that she's just doing this for attention, or maybe she's got a few screws loose. But vampire culture does exist. You just don't really hear about it. Georgina wants to raise awareness and challenge the misconceptions about vampires, and maybe even write a novel. Alright guys, that is all for now. You have just been informed.